You're listening to the Act As If podcast with Coach Roel. Real life success stories in business and investing as they happen. And now, here's your host, Coach Roel.
All right, welcome to this episode of the Act As If podcast with yours truly, Coach Roel. I have a very special guest, Trevor Strickland, joining me here today, and we're going to catch up on how things have been. It's been about 12 months. I think the last time we spoke, we've been messaging back and forth leading up to today. And so welcome, Trevor. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Thanks, Roel. I'm excited to be here, and thanks for having me on your show.
Very, very honored. The pleasure is all mine that you're here. And I'm super excited to hear about what you've been kind of alluding to in a couple of the messages leading up to this. So you're celebrating like a whole bunch of stuff now. What's life like for you now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's busy, but it's a good busy. It's not like the old busy where you felt like you're stressed and just not enough time. But yeah, we're busy, but we're investing in properties. We're doing some fix and flips, spending more time traveling, spending more time with the kids and the family. It's good. Like I said, it's a good busy. Excited to be doing it.
Great. You're not going to get off that easily. Give me some more detail about. So first of all, share with some of our viewers where you were a year ago. So where do you live? Where were you living a year ago?
Yeah, so we're in the Lombardy, Ontario, small town in Canada.
Okay.
So very small town. I think there's 800 people in our little town. And a year ago, we're slugging away in the business. Wife was working full time in Ottawa. It's about an hour away. Slowly getting into the real estate, getting a duplex and a triplex and kind of working our way up from there. We're always seem to be working and not getting anywhere in life and working, and just seemed we were always on the same path. And it was seemed very stressful.
Yeah. And then today, it's a year later, your life's almost unrecognizable. Like when you say you're doing some fix and flips and properties, feel free to show off. Like you got the forum for it. Where are your properties majority now, or what's your portfolio kind of look like? How does it span?
Yeah, so we do have some multifamily, some triplexes, duplexes around this area. We've also got a commercial property. We've got a laundromat business, which is kind of passive income. We've got 3 Airbnbs in Florida, which we're really excited about. So we're hoping to expand there. Yeah, we got into
whereabouts in Florida?
Davenport and Kissimmee.
Okay,
2 great areas.
Where are those? I know not a lot of Canadians know where exactly those are. So where are those areas in relation to Orlando, let's say? Yeah.
So they're basically south of Orlando. Okay. Davenport's about 22 minutes south of Orlando.
Okay. And that's central. Close to Disney?
It is. We're about 19 minutes away from Disney.
Okay, great. And so you said you had 2 or 3 short-term rentals in Florida?
3 short-term rentals. Yes.
What do those look like? Which one was your first one?
First one was a resort. So it's a 3-bedroom condo. So you basically, if family wants to go there, they don't even have to leave the resort. There's a pool on site. There's tennis courts. It's on a golf course. There's walking trails, tiki bar. There's a restaurant. There's a movie theater. So it's kind of like a vacation all in itself. So you don't even, like I said, you don't even have to leave. You can just relax and enjoy your time. Yeah, very exciting, very nice pool. Looks very tropical with all the palm trees and the bushes, and yeah, it's a very good place.
Great. So that was your first one. Was that in Davenport or in Kissimmee?
Davenport, yes.
That was in Davenport. And then the second one, what was that? Second one like?
Kissimmee. So we decided to go a different route. We bought a single family house. So it's got a private pool. It backs onto a golf course, much bigger.
Nice.
4-bedroom, 3-bath. And so it had a heated pool and a hot tub, like I said, private. You could see the neighbor's house, but there's fences and bushes. And again, looks very tropical. So for us as being Canadians, we don't get to see palm trees all the time. So it's nice just seeing the photos with palm trees in front of the house and behind the house. We enjoy that one as well.
Mm-hmm. And then the third one, where's that?
The third one is actually in Cape Coral. It's a little further south and
Oh, nice.
on the west coast. My wife and we went to Cape Coral a couple of years ago, fell in love with it. So we decided we wanted a single family home there as well.
Okay. What's that one look like?
So Cape Coral, if people don't know about it, it basically, there's channels of water everywhere. They back onto pretty much all the properties. So if you look from Google Maps, you can see that, there's channels that lead out to the ocean. It's very neat. Never really seen anything like it before. And it's kind of like the Kiss Me house. It's a single family, garage, private pool, hot tub. It's a 4-bedroom as well, three bathroom. And right behind it, maybe 20 feet from the house, from the back of the pool, is the channel with a boat lift and a boat sitting there. So you can tour the channels or the inland or venture out to the ocean if you're brave enough.
Wow. So there's a channel from your backyard that leads to the Gulf of Mexico?
Absolutely. Yes. It's amazing.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah, have you ever taken a boat out yet?
We have not. No, we haven't. That's it's on our to-do list.
Okay, cool. Is there a boat there yet or no?
No, there's just a lift. So we don't have a boat, but there's a lift there.
Okay, very cool. And then, so are they all short-term rentals, like you said? Or
yes, they are short-term. The ones in Florida are short-term rentals. Yes.
Oh, okay, great. And then you said you were also doing some fix and flips. Are those in Canada, in your area, or where are those?
Yeah, they're in Canada. So we're doing more fix and flips. We're also looking at, we've got permits for 10-unit development in Florida as well. So single family homes on some vacant property. That's kind of the next thing that we're doing. So we're hoping to have shovels in the ground by November and have the houses built in about 8 to 10 months ready for sale. That's our latest project as well that we're working on. And also up here in Canada, we have a 14-unit that we have under contract. We're just waiting for it to finalize the paperwork and close on that.
Great. So how is that, what you're living, how life is now compared to 12 months ago? Like, how does it feel for you and your wife? What's the biggest difference?
Biggest difference, I guess, is just you wake up every morning, you're just excited, you're happy. Every day is Saturday, or the day before is like, it's Monday again, and you just kind of now we're just excited, smile on our faces, and like I said, it doesn't matter what day it is. It's because we know we have a goal, we have a vision where our life's taken us, and it's exciting. It's kind of stress free. It's almost like a calming over the body that. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's a good feeling.
And where are you waking up mostly these days? Are you based in Ontario most of the time, or how do you divide your time?
Yeah, so we that's the thing. We can travel more with our passive income. So we are down in Florida more. So we go to each of our short-term rentals. We try that out. So we're vacationing more, but we're still waking up in Canada. Still love it here. A great spot. We have family and friends, but we just have more time to be in Florida, and like I said, go to our 3 units, and it's awesome. Yeah, waking up with palm trees and sunshine.
Over the last 12 months, then how much time have you spent in Florida?
3 months out of the 12 months.
Okay, three months straight.
3 months straight. Yeah, not at all the same time, but if you add all the dates up, it's about 3 months.
Oh, so you're going back and forth.
Yes, correct. Yep.
Okay.
So we still have, I still have my business up here, but we have scaled it back. I have a really good full-time employee. He basically runs the day-to-day, so I'm more hands-off.
But you have 2 businesses, don't you?
We have 2 businesses, yes. Yep.
So what are those? How are those operated now?
So like I said, the computer business, TS Computing, it's more hands off. We got a great employee. Before I was kind of in the grind every day, Monday to Friday. And now I've backed away. I can do a lot from my computer. I can do a lot from email or my phone. I don't technically have to be on site. He's, like I said, he's an amazing employee. He's learning lots and taking over a lot of my jobs that I used to do before. So it allows me more free time to travel, to network and travel different areas and markets and do what we really love is the real estate. And it's been
That's
really
great.
good.
And then the other business you mentioned was a laundromat.
It is. Yeah. So we bought a laundromat, and it's about an hour, 2 hours from here. It's near the GTA. And so we've taken that, we've renovated the whole thing. We've started pickup and delivery, probably doubled the business in less than a year. It's probably been 9 months, and it's going really well. So to be honest, I've never really done laundry. My wife's always done it and washed the clothes and folding. So it's been a whole new experience for us to learn that and see how it's run. And yeah, great. We have 5 great employees there that run the day to day, and it's been really good and exciting.
And so then going back to your so you've got the 2 businesses that are doing well, then you've got so the 3 properties, short-term rentals in Florida, and then you still have a few more properties in Ontario. Right. That 14 unit you have under contract, whereabouts is that one?
So it's actually about 10 minutes away from our house, which is really nice.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's in a town called Smiths Falls. It's just north of where we live in Lombardy. And yes, we've got it under contract, and we're hoping to close it shortly. Because that's our next step, is to get into more larger multifamily and learn that aspect of real estate.
And then the fix and flips are mostly around your area as well?
It is, yeah, because my business partner and I are pretty hands-on. So we like to kind of touch the property, see the property, and oversee the contractors and the work being completed. We enjoy that.
Great. So do you have like sort of an overarching philosophy with what you're building and what you have built already? So now that it's very impressive what you've done in just a year, with everything that we've talked about, but then also, is there a framework that you're following, or is it by the seat of your pants, or like how could you kind of help our listeners or viewers understand what drives you or how you're building out what you're doing?
Yeah, so no, that's a good question. No, we do have a plan. Obviously, we're good at running the numbers. Been doing real estate, got into a condo probably 12 years ago. My first one ever. And I sat on the condo board as vice president probably for 5 years. So I learned a lot in managing the property, evicting tenants. So we kind of learned over the years from mistakes and what not to do, and where you can make money and where you lose money. So it's kind of grown from there. We've got some really good systems where we can do the underwriting and write up the numbers and see if a deal's going to work. And it's just, I guess it's been trial and error and making mistakes. I guess that's the big thing, is making mistakes, learning from them, and just reaching out. And I feel what we've been doing this past year, which passive income allowing us to travel. We've been meeting a lot of great of our team members, like the contractors and realtors and property managers that we've hired all over, like in Florida, and that where we can't physically manage the properties ourselves. So it just seems the more people you meet, the more experience you get. We also been taking courses. We've been doing multifamily courses. We've been doing a snowbird course. We've got coaches and mentors. They really push us. They really help us out. And when we think we have some crazy thoughts, they're there to kind of show us that, no, it's a good vision. There's nothing wrong with the way you think. And yeah, they're just there to support us. And it really helps. It really motivates you.
Mm-hmm. And so aside from the financial and that kind of tangible aspect, you mentioned that you're traveling more. Could you share, and feel free to show off, about what was like the best family trip that you guys took in the last year?
Yeah, so the coolest trip was to Florida, actually. So our kids are young, they're 6 and 4, and they just built in February a new Peppa Pig theme park, which is south of Davenport. And our kids are
really
big Peppa Pig fans, and it was probably the hit of the year. So that was the best part of the traveling, because you just see the joy on our kids' face, and they absolutely loved it. And it'll be memories for life.
That's great. What are some of the things that your kids said about that trip, or any stories from that trip that really touched your heart?
Well, yeah, it's funny because they always come home, or we hear from other kids that we know in the class, and they're always talking about, oh, well, we're going back to Florida, or oh, we did this in Florida, or they're always referencing Florida, which, I mean, that's good. Your kids are referencing? Yes. Our kids are always saying that we're going to Florida again, or we did this in Florida. So, I mean, it really resonates with us that they enjoy it too. It's not just us. They really enjoy it.
That's great. Oh, that's amazing. That's priceless. How did you deal with, because they're young, my kids are young too. How you deal with pulling them out of school and those logistics? Are their schools okay with it, or?
Yeah. So the best part of this, the last 12 months, so my wife was able to quit her job, which was good. So she used to commute to Ottawa, it was over an hour away. So she'd waste almost 2 hours a day in travel time. Now that she's not doing that, it's just, I don't know, she's more happy, she's less stressed, especially in the winter. It's a long drive, as you know, the Canadian winters. So that's allowed her to homeschool the kids. And really, the schooling is the same up here almost as it is down there. So nothing really changes. Kids seem to like it. In a way that it almost seems like they're doing better homeschooling because we can push more material on them. And yeah, just everything seems to be working out in that aspect.
Right. Cool. Has your wife been able, or have you guys have been able to tie in anything like the homeschooling with being down in Florida so much? Like anything about, I don't know, are they learning anything about like nature or stuff like that in any of their curriculum?
They are. So we're doing a big push on like investing in money and counting money and just kind of being in the business. And our laundromat's a good example of that. So it's still a coin-based business, a lot of it. So when whether we're here or down there, like we get them, they count the bills and the toonies and that kind of thing. And just really giving them the life skills. And I guess that thought process that school doesn't give you to be an entrepreneur, to be an investor in real estate, to see that side of it, which like I said, you don't really see that in the school system these days. I know I definitely wasn't taught that while I was in school. So we're just really trying to show that and have them experience and be involved with us. I know they're young, but it's working. They like counting the money. They like telling us how much is there, and it's simple steps, but I think repetition, and they enjoy it. So I think it'll be good for them.
That's great. So you're giving them an awareness about business and finances from a very early age.
Yes. Yeah. That's what we're trying. So that's
great.
Yeah.
And I guess the last question, or one of the last questions I'll ask you, is if you can remember that far back a year ago, like you're unrecognizable. Like, I mean, last time I saw you, you had a full-on beard and you're getting ready for the winter. Now you're all clean cut. Looks like you've lost a little bit of weight. You look fitter. You look like you have a bit of a tan. Yes. So if you could go back to talking to yourself like a year ago from today, knowing what you know now, and also other people could probably relate to you as well. It's like, oh, this guy's story sounds so inspirational, and he's kind of not that different from me. What kind of advice would you give your younger self or other people who are starting out where you started off a year ago?
Yeah, just basically just do it. Just jump in. I mean, you wait around, you'll be waiting forever. It's I know it's risky. It's a hard thing when you're in your comfort zone. You get up, you go do the 9-to-5 job, and it's comfortable. You know, you're going to get a paycheck, but at the end of the day, like, life's so much better. It can be so much better. I mean, it's not easy. It still takes some work and preparation, but I wish I would have done this 10 years ago, to be honest. But and I think invest in yourself. That's probably the big thing with the coaches, the mentors, doing some, whether you're reading books or doing some online courses, it really helps. It's just being with like-minded people. They really push you. You can really talk about your goals, your dreams, create a vision board. We have a few vision boards. You look at it every day, and I think that really helps. You just can't sit there and not do anything, but it still gives you a dream and a vision. And I believe with some work and dedication, it'll come to fruition for you. So,
well, very wise words. Thank you so much, Trevor, for that.
No problem.
So I will, I guess we'll wrap it up here. We got to probably ask you back again, and we'll do this. Catch up with you again at some point in the near future when you've achieved your next set of goals. But for now, once again, this is Coach Roel with the Act As If podcast. And I thank my very special guest, Trevor Strickland, once again.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Trevor.
You've been listening to the Act As If podcast with Coach Roel. Real life success stories in business and investing as they happen.